Like apparently my game capture has died. There we go. Had to re-edit and push it all the way to the bottom, and there we go. Production value, guys. Don't worry, I got this covered. I'm no epic, sir. No worries. All right.
Oh, we got the Viking span here.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Really quite interesting. I'm sure they made their homework. I mean, both of the teams are really good teams here in the Hero Lounge, right? Both of them Division 1. So I'm not really surprised if we're gonna see some really weird bands picks going on here. So Gorge Godulti, I'm just gonna call them GGU because rip my throat otherwise. So GGU really made their homework apparently. Immediately gonna go with the Viking band here. Let's see how Pinks here, which is how I'm gonna call them, Lord of the Pinks. Let's see what they're gonna go with their first band here. Ragnaros, okay. Murky's open, by the way, which has seen a lot of first bands here in the Hero League, right?
This leaves Tassadar open as well, which I've only seen banned so far into this.
I mean, you have Tassadar on the one hand and you have Murky on the other. I think you're gonna go with the Murky, right? No, just kidding. But we'll see what they're gonna go with here, especially with the interesting opening here from GGU with their Viking band here. Quite interesting. But they do have the first pick, so we'll see what they're gonna be choosing to go with.
It's also this Varian meta that we're in right now. Go for the Tassadar to give up Varian, who seems warrior of choice right now.
By the way, I'm not sure if it's only me, but your mic seems to be dropping off a bit, like towards the end when you're talking.
See if we can sort this out.
Someone wanted me to eat an Oreo. Look at this. Enjoy the crunching sounds that I'm making as I process the Oreo in my mouth, guys. Anyway, so like you said, Tassadar opened, first picked by GGU. So we are gonna be expecting something like a Vala or maybe an Illidan Tracer in case she will be picked. But I wouldn't be surprised if Lord of the Pinks would immediately pick Varian here because he shuts down any of those that Tassadar really enables, right? If they go for something like a Varian Vala here, what are they gonna do with Tassadar here on the side of GGU? Am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, they take away the Vala and they pick up the Varian. So if they want some hyper carry together with this Tassadar,
what are they gonna do with?
They might.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do with Tassadar now? Take an Illidan, a Tracer on a Varian against a Varian. I mean, they of course they won't do that, right? Because that'd be silly. But the potential, the strengths of Tassadar dramatically decrease now with the picks that Lord of the Pinks just made, right?
Yeah. They'll be forced to utilize him for some other kind of strategy, not a hyper carry Vala or Tracer who moves in and just wrecks out the team. We'll see how they'll build their composition.
Oh, I forgot. Revlo bats. Thank you. I got you covered, guys.
ETC Malf. Malf Tassadar. So they're not showing anything of their damage, which will leave Kings able to ban whatever they don't want to face out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they have so many options right now. Who do you want to ban? Do they prioritize globals in this ban phase? I mean, they have. I mean, you need to remember that Lord of the Pinks, they have the first pick after this ban phase, so they can easily prioritize globals, right? They can like go for the Haka ban, pick fast stuff on themselves. If of course this is what they want to prioritize on. Just need to see how they're actually. What's their game plan here now that they shut down the Tassadar kinda on the side of GGU. Sonya, interesting. Okay.
I do think Sonya has been very strong together with the Tassadar.
Yeah.
since the rework, especially with the armor of the breaking of shields, just gets her enough time to get that whirlwind going and regain the health.
Yeah, I definitely agree. She became a notable hero now after the rework she had, and she definitely has some small synergy with Tassadar. But you know, Lord of the Ring, they banned her, so this is not gonna be a pick here. Ooh, and our tennis ban, or at least they're thinking about it from GGU. Interesting.
I think Lord Pinks has been playing a lot of tennis. So this might just be a straight up target ban.
Okay, interesting. Interesting. I mean, thinking about it for a moment, banning Artenis shouldn't be only a targeted ban. It needs to you need to have some plan if you're gonna go with the ban here on him. And I think they might go with. You know what? Never mind. I thought about that. Not a good choice. Thinking about that. But I wonder if they're gonna supplement their backline with some auto attack hero, which pretty much leaves you with a Tychus at the moment. Gonna have to see though.
Banning out the tennis does, give that auto attack carry who's they're going to pick up eventually some more room to damage and not have to worry about that blind. What do you think about the possibility of a Sergeant Hammer?
Ooh, I like, actually. You know what? I actually like Hammer. I haven't seen her in ages. And I think she can actually work with them.
As long as Lord of the Pinks don't pick any divey hero, they don't so far. It's Tychus, Vala as their damage, and Varian as tank. We'd have difficulty to getting close to that hammer.
Yeah, but they do have still their 5th pick on the side of Lord of the Pinks, which means they can go for a second tank, or anyone that can enable any kind of diving on the hammer. So it's a bit risky, but I don't completely hate it to go with the Tassadar, Malfurion hammer together with ETC and possibly even another, like a second tank here, or a third tank, because hammer. Alright, I'll be quiet. But we're gonna see here. They need someone that Tassadar can work with. They had a lot of their option removed with Varian, Vala, and the Sonya ban, so a little bit of a rough spot for them here. Gonna see how they respond to it with their last 2 picks here.
Come on.
I mean, they have a lot of options. Greymane wouldn't be the worst choice, by the way, either. Thrall and Falstad. Okay. Alright.
The Hammer Dreams.
So they got their global, they got the solo laner there. Although they will probably send a support to solo lane as a Tassadar, but still they got an initiator, another frontliner bruiser there. Pretty solid composition there. On the side of GGU, of course, got shut down a lot by Lord of the Pinks. We'll see how Lord of the Pinks are going to be responding with their last and 5th pick here. Interesting. I would love to see another bruiser, although I'm not quite sure who I'd like to see here. Maybe the Haka even, get their global. He doesn't do too well against a Falstad, but at least get some global presence here. But instead gonna be a Muradin. Okay.
Very standard draft coming out here from Gorge Goodult. I get to feels like the essence of how a standard draft looks. Maybe Vala instead of Falstad, but Lord of the Pinks is shaking it up a little more.
Yep. Alright, and the game is starting here. Guys, you still have 5 minutes to send your bets here. Who do you think is gonna win? GGU or Lord of the Pinks? I honestly don't know. I think I overall like Gorge Good Ulti draft more, despite the harsh opening they had. I just don't like the Muradin pick as the last pick here for Lord of the Pinks. I would have loved to see something more aggressive instead of something more defensive. Granted, you can build Muradin as, damage Muradin, and he can hurt. But, yeah. I mean, they went with what they went, and it's completely fine. It kind of secures the early game for their side, because as we know, Varian in the early game is pretty dense game. So, having the Muradin as their early tank game can work out for them. Alright there, and I guess I'll start with the right side here, and by the way, here I am tabbing. So on the right side of the map here we have Lord of the Pings with Alpha on Rhaegar, Gabriel on Muradin, Erdiz or Erdiz Hay on Vala, L on Tychus, and Sid on Varian.
10 seconds.
And on the left side we have Gorge Good ult with Morpheus and the ETC, Dragon M on Tassadar, Erwin on Falstad, Oliver on Malfurion, and Pandora Wolf on the Thrall.
Alright, and as far as the level 1 talent goes, nothing too special. We do see here third win from Muradin here, not trying to go for the block or the more defensive build. He does go for a little bit of more sustain. Interesting choice there. See how it works out for them. By the way, is the volume too high? I'm not sure. Guys, do let me know in chat if the volume is too high. And yeah, oh, by the way, Marksman on Falstad. Gonna go there for hitting the front line.
Together with the Tassadar shielding and going for the auto attack build might seem like a good choice. Also going into probably the Giant Killer later.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of damage onto that Muradin and Varian.
Yeah, so good choice by them. Gonna go for the double giant killer because they're gonna have the Thrall with the giant killer almost certainly. I can't imagine any other build for him. Together with the Falstad, they can do a lot of damage on both Muradin and Varian.
And Tassadar going into Psy Infusion. Oh, it's a gank going on onto the Muradin in the mid lane, and he just might get away.
Alright.
First call.
Yep. And he will get some value from his level 1 talent, considering he went for the third wind here. So, I mean, all that damage done, and he will heal it up very quickly.
All planned.
All planned, yeah.
So, does look like some posturing around the mid one. I think that's where the fight is going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty standard. Everyone's gonna take their corresponding top shrine there and then gonna rotate to the bottom there. Of course, GG will have a small advantage, or should have, because they have a Falstad with global. But it seems like they're not utilizing it too much. They could have waited 3 at the middle, 1 kind of in between. But as it stands, we're gonna have a 5 vs 5 here contesting the shrine here. Yeah.
Probably soaking the mid lane here, trying to get a little bit of XP advantage.
And I like it. They have a lot of poke on the side of GGU. They have Math, they have Tassadar. Ooh, a lot of damage there on the ETC, and he will just barely survive it with 200 hit points left. And Muradin going deep there, taking a lot of damage on him. But again, he does have the third win. He should be able to heal it up. Easy peasy. And yeah, the shrine here gonna go in favor of Lord of the Pings.
I like that they were just, when the fight turned out sore, they just decided, yeah, let's give it up, not try to win a losing battle, just give it up, we'll take them later into the game with more talents and stronger heroes.
Alright. So both teams are pretty equal here as far as experience goes. Both of them are level 5, Lord of the Ping out with a slight advantage here. No big deal here. So we do have level 4 here, as mentioned, in the rhythm, by the way, for the Tychus, looking to sit down and stack it. I have to say though, from personal experience, I don't like this decision. You have an ETC, you have a Thrall in the front line. I don't think you're going to be sitting and stacking. However, you do have the Tassadar, and that can make the bigger they are a bit trickier, or harder to utilize. So gonna see how it works out for them.
No teams being able to pick up any camps yet. There's oh no, sorry, Gorge Goodult just did that and trying to push into the bot lane here.
Yeah, good decision there, trying to get as much value from the cap as possible. If they can just make them connect with the front towers. Rhaegar, by the way, taking a lot of damage at the bottom lane, but he will be able to survive. However, it will allow 2 of the sappers to actually connect, doing a lot of damage to the tower, but no tower being taken down, so actually no XP gain from that. But still, starting to work on the towers there, no harm. Never a bad decision. So we do have the altars about to spawn in a few seconds here. Thrall was at the top lane versus the Varian. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't send the Falstad to the top lane, because he could have just, you know, got an extra value considering he's a mobile. Considering he's global, but as it stands... Ooh, Tychus a little bit aggressive there with the grenade, trying to get the cancel off, but was not punished there by GGU there. Ooh, Thrall taking a lot of damage there. And he will be able to survive there too, through the Tassadar's shield and the cleanse on them, so no cleanse now on either of the teams, as both of them has been spent there. However, we need to remember that GGU have more sustain there, but that means that a lot of the pings, they have more damage on their side, so we need to see how actually this turns out here. The longer the fight goes, the better it is for GGU, simply because they have the sustain on their side. They have the Tassadar and the Malfurion, and Rhaegar simply will just fall out quite quickly in healing compared to them. So Lord of the Ping, I feel like, need to be a little bit more aggressive here if they want to do it, because this delaying here not gonna work in their favor as far as poking goes anyway.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem that they want to give it up just yet. A lot of damage coming out on Gabriel on the Meridian.
Yeah, but again, he does have the third wind there, which, you know, is gonna punish GGU ultimately, because again, look how fast he healed. He's basically at like 3/4 of life again, 10 seconds after all the damage done to him, and that means another altar is gonna go in favor here of Lord of the Pings here. So 28 to 36 as far as the score goes, but of course this doesn't actually mean too much at the time being.
No. A lot of people know this is an invade coming out on the camp here, and Varian is really low and goes down to charge
and the Thrall killed it.
Nice.
Wow, and Varian survived with like 40 hit points there.
These engages are really just slightly going over to Lord of the Pings right now.
Yeah, they do have a little bit more damage, so quick fights should favor them. However, they do have the Tassadar on the side of GGU, so they can get all of the burst, but it doesn't look like they have too much burst on the side of GGU at the moment. They are having a lot of sustained damage, especially with Tychus in the rhythm, not really looking to try and get quick kills here. So we have fast engagement here and sustained damage on the side of Lord of the Ping, and it kinda pays off for them. It seems like, at least in the early game, and to be honest here, as the game progresses, it should... Well, actually, it should be quite even, come to think about it. No?
When I think about that, around level 13 and 16, when Thrall's damage goes through the roof, and together with the Giant Killer it's coming out, I think they'll have the possibility to blow one of those tanks up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But actually, it's kind of nice to see both teams are quite balanced as far as the late game hero goes. You know, Tychus, he will only grow stronger and stronger within the rhythm, so he does scale really nicely to the late game. On the other side you have Thrall and you have Falstad. Ooh, and the Muradin, they're getting a lot of damage on him, but again, it doesn't matter if you can secure a kill, because he's just gonna heal everything up. And Altar is spawning here. GGU should be getting the level 10 momentarily, and there we go. By the way, Bloodlust on Rhaegar. Fantastic, together with In the Rhythm and Vala. Oh, they're gonna have a heyday here on the side of Lord of the Ping here, but it seems like they won't be able to deny the altar. They will there just in the last second there.
They've already captured the bot one.
Yep.
Portugal needs to grab a kill now.
They do, but they need to be careful on the side of Lord of the Pings. ETC did take the Mosh Pit here, and Mosh Pit, as we've seen time and time again, can change everything in the blink of an eye here. Tychus a little bit at the front there. That I think he was planning to go for the Mosh Pit, but it was denied through the taunt of the Varian, and Tychus will be taken down there. Greedy positioning, and he got punished there. And this will be an altar in favor of GGU.
Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeepers.
Yeah, well played.
Ha, nice try, ETC. And stopping the Varian from hardstoning.
It's just that little bit of extra annoyance.
Yeah.
Totally worth it. We do it every time. And the XP, it's totally even.
Yeah, and by the way, as far as heroics go, we mentioned Bloodlust, which is kind of unusual nowadays to see, together with Mosh on this map. There's no real, like, no something out of the ordinary. We do have Archon for the Tassadar, which is again a level, it's basically a late power spike for him, becomes a total monster at level 20. Ooh, we kind of miss a hero slaying there at the top lane on the Thrall, taken down by the Varen and the Tychus there. Fantastic job, but in the meanwhile, at the bottom lane there, GGU are going to be pushing forward and Rhaegar will get the power slide on him, but the Rain of Vengeance from Vala saved Rhaegar there. Fantastic. And in respawn, Gus there taking out Tychus with the offensive, whatever you want to call that, flank, was not punished there. There was no collapse from GGU on him. So luckily for him there, he will survive to live another day.
Lot more soaking, just a camp pickup. Not much going on here. But
No.
will Lord of the Pinks get 13 before the next alpha phase?
Not sure. Oh, well, it seems like they might just barely get 13. Ooh, and a nice catch there on ATC with the Variant Taunt and the Tychus. Everyone collapsing on him in the middle lane there. Right on time, because this will mean that they will get here the altar in their favor together with the middle keep here. It seems like they are not committing. Interesting choice there. I felt like they could have easily committed to the middle keep there, take it down and then go for the altar, but instead they're playing it much more safely. Gonna be going to the bottom lane there, soak the wave there and secure the altar without being contested. I felt like they could have been a little bit more greedier, but they decided not to be, and that's completely fine. It's at the end of the day, it's one shot. Usually it won't matter too much, but yeah.
So it's 32 to 20. That's quite a large lead. But it's also around this time when you see the late game composition kind of like nod their way back into the game for those exciting last altar phase. But we'll see if they're able to do that.
Alright. Yeah, we will see. Apparently I have a wrong title. Good ult, not ulti. I added an extra I there. Man, fire me. I guess I can do this later. It's not really important at the moment to fix. And yeah, so we do have GGU putting a lot of pressure here at the bottom lane there. No sappers to Asgard really, so questionable decision. What do they have actually to be looking at the bottom lane there instead of focusing on Silk? Oh, and a nice Stormbolt there on the Thrall will lock him down, but not enough damage in the Mosh Pit. Completely whiffed there by the ETC, and it was actually a full Mosh Pit as far as the cooldown goes. So no last second stop, instead 120-second cooldown fully there. Odin was also popped, and Varen gonna go in there with the taunt on the ETC. Will secure a kill on him. He is low, but he shouldn't be taken down there as well. Ooh, and the counter engage on the Thrall will secure another kill there. And Tassadar very low there, and Myrden with the Stormbolt will secure a third kill in their favor. And Lord of the Ping show no mercy here to GGU.
They're playing their variant to its limits and really getting the value from that. Every time he goes in for that charge and taunt combo to get kill, and it always gets away with a little bit of health, and Portugal are left with no kills and 3 dead heroes.
And by the way, important to note that Varen is actually the sub here for Lord of the Ping, so he's not one of the original Rooster, and it's very nice to see that he's working very well here with Lord of the Pings. Really fantastic job here, and now all of a sudden they are in a significant lead here. They should hit level 16 any moment now, and look at this, GGU looking to make something happen before level 16, and I like it. They don't have Mosh Pit, however, so will be harder to execute, but yeah, nothing's gonna happen there. As it seems.
Pinks will just dance around, grab 16, and try to win this in the next altar phase.
Yep. They have the 5 bell towers in their favor, which means that the next altar, if they cap it, and GGU are not going to be capping any of the bell towers in their favor, it means it's going to be game. As simple as that. And Odin is popped. They're going to be trying to secure the middle bell tower, and it seems like they will. Mosh Pit is still not ready. Still 3 seconds for it, and the taunt from the Variant on the ETC will allow a lot of damage to be done on him, making Mosh a lot more harder to execute here. Earthquake was used versus the Odin and the Bloodlust as well there. So as far as heroic goes, it's gonna be in favor of GGU. However, they are still a talent behind, and I don't think they can realistically look to make something to happen here. Again, they do have Mosh Pit, which can change everything, but I don't think they can actually gonna be making something happen here. Although they have to. Let's be honest, they have to make something happen. They just can't wait anymore.
They need to get their 4-man, 5-man mosh pits here, turn the game on its head, grab a massive structure advantage on top of that, and it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, they definitely need to, but it seems like they are worried about the bottom lane. They're pushing with the sappers, which, by the way, gonna have 3 more sappers coming through it.
Late.
And yeah, they are super late, and I think they're gonna be losing. Tassadar can maybe interrupt it if he dimensional shift right now, but he didn't dimensional shift, and this is gonna be an altar, and this is not game just yet, but Valla is securing the last altar here. And GG, game number 1 between GGU, Gorge Good Ult versus Lord of the Ping. Going quite decisively in favor of Lord of the Pings. Well played.
Yeah. Really well done. This was their map